Hey guys, it's Misty, and I'm here to do Renee's Literary Festive Tag. The first question is 5 books on your Christmas wish list. I tend not to ask for books for Christmas, partly because most people that know me don't want to really enable me, especially my family. They think it's insane how many books I have. But also because I know that I'm just a hard person to buy books for. People generally don't want to buy you something specifically that you ask for, because then they feel like the surprise is spoiled. So since I'm kind of impossible to just pick up a book for because you don't know if I've read it or already own it, I know I'm difficult, but if I were going to ask for books, I definitely do have a wish list. I have a sort of ongoing wish list, various places, but the ones that I would actually ask for that are out so people could actually get them would be any of the Penguin Threads books. There are definitely more than 5, but I want all of them. I love them. They are so gorgeous. Other than the Penguin's Threads, I would probably tend to ask for things that I know I wouldn't buy myself, whether it's for price or because it just seems like a frivolous book or something like that I wouldn't buy. So included in that would be The Princess and Mr. Whiffle by Patrick Rothfuss. I really want to get this, but I cannot justify buying it. I just can't, but at the same time, like, I really want it. And the Australian versions of Melina Marchetta's Finnegan of the Rock series. I like the US versions fine, but I love the design of the Australian version, so I really want those. I have notifications set on so many different websites in case they ever pop up in the US. And I know I could order them directly from Australia, but oh my god, books are so expensive in Australia. I feel so bad for all my Aussie friends. Like, how do you survive down there? Lord, they cost so much. And then shipping on top of that, I just really can't justify it to myself, especially when it's not like they're not published in the US and I could get them. That would definitely be a wish lister and probably will remain a wish lister. Number 2, a book that you would like to read or reread for the holidays. I don't generally read Christmassy books or wintry books in the winter. There are books that feel like winter books or feel like summer books or whatever, but I don't read according to the season necessarily. But one that does feel very sort of Christmassy and homey to me and I would love to reread around the holidays would be An Old-Fashioned Girl by Louisa and Alcott. That book just feels like coming home to me. A lot of it takes place during the winter and around Christmas, so that's, I'm sure, part of it, but part of it is just that it has that feel. Question 3, favorite Christmas books as a child? All of the Little Golden books, pretty much. The one about the little Christmas bulb, I don't remember what it was called. And then there was The Tree, The Most Beautiful Christmas Tree, I think it was called, something like that. All of those, I loved those. And also, just across the board, not just at Christmas, but favorite book as a child would be The Velveteen Rabbit, which the Velveteen Rabbit is a Christmas toy, so the book starts off at Christmas. And I don't think I can even begin to describe the depth of my obsession with that book. That'd probably top the list, followed by the Little Golden books. 4, which literary character do you think would give the best Christmas gifts? I struggled with this one partly because I think there are probably a lot of them, and it would be easy to choose someone just because they have the money to give really good Christmas gifts. But I tried to think about who would give the best, the most thoughtful gifts, and so I came up with 2. One is Polly from An Old-Fashioned Girl, the book I just talked about. I think she would give very thoughtful gifts, and they'd probably be, you know, homemade or really meaningful. And the other one is kind of funny, but I think Alice from Twilight. She's always giving gifts in the book, and she knows, you know, whether people are going to like them or need them or whether it's right for them. But she also kind of does it, she has a tendency to give gifts in a sort of cheeky way, like, I want you to have this and you're gonna like it type of way. And I think that's kind of fun. Question 5 is 3 characters you would give gifts to, who they'd be and what they are. And this one is a struggle for me partly because I want it to be the right gift for the person, and I don't tend to know what that is until suddenly I know. So I'll be struggling and struggling of what to get someone, and then I'll be like, I've got it. It's not something I can really come up with spur of the moment. The only one that I know for sure that I would like to give a gift, and I know what I would give her, is Cassandra Mortmain from I Capture the Castle. I would definitely get her a very beautiful journal and pen set. By the end of the book, she's filled her journals and she's ready to embark on a new life, and for that she's going to need a new journal. So I'd get her something nice and sophisticated that she would like to write in. Question 7 is, which character would you give a lump of coal to? And question 8 is, which Scroogey character, other than Scrooge, would be the biggest downer at a party? And I'm going to combine the two because I have the same answer for both. And it is Mrs. Norris from Mansfield Park. Every now and then I try to be sympathetic to her character. I try to approach things from her perspective and know how difficult life for a dependent woman in Regency England really was, and how she just wants to ensure that she has a place and be useful and make herself invaluable. But my God, she is just a venomous, horrible person, and I really, not only would I give her a lump of coal, but I would bury her in it. I really do not like the woman, and Scroogey for Christmas wouldn't even begin to describe. I'm sure she would give very lavish gifts to those who could be of use to her, very thoughtful, very endearing gifts to them, but she would not hesitate to show her scorn to everyone else. And question 8 is 5 authors and 5 characters you would invite to a holiday dinner party. I'm going to do sort of pairings, so it'll be an author and one of their characters, and all of mine are dead authors except for one, so fun party. I would definitely invite Lucy Maud Montgomery, who wrote Anne of Green Gables, because I want Anne at the party, though she's not allowed anywhere near the food, because no one needs a mouse in their plum pudding sauce. Of course, I'd invite Jane Austen, I'd invite her to anything, but I wasn't sure which character I wanted to invite. I normally go with Lizzie or Darcy because I want to meet Darcy, but he would not be fun at a party at all. And though Lizzie would be fun, I think I'd want to actually invite Emma Woodhouse from Emma. She's a very homey character, even though she's misguided. She is a very loving, family-oriented character, and I think that she would be perfect for Christmas. I would definitely invite Charles Dickens so that he can read us some of A Christmas Carol. And as for who I would invite of his characters, I think I'd probably go with Oliver Twist. I'm sure he could use a good meal. And as for my one living author, I was going to do all sort of classical authors, because they just scream holidays and Christmas and hominess to me. But I actually decided to go with Tamara Pierce for my last one. I would like to have her, I would like to meet her just in general, but I think mostly because I want an excuse to meet Alana, so then Alana can come to the party. So those are my answers. All of the questions, as well as Renee's original tag, are in the box below, so make sure to check those out. If you're interested in doing the tag as well, consider yourself tagged. I tag you. Until next time, happy reading!